Race proceedings in Estoril got off to a flyer with a thrilling battle in the 125cc race. It ended up with a last lap head-to-head for both first and third places. The win eventually went to Hilera's Manuel Poggiali after a photo finish with Derby's Yuichi Ui. The San Marino youngster, who's second place overall, played a waiting game, his second win of the season. The battle for third was just as exciting. Championship leader Toni Elías fighting it out with the Italian Simone Sanna on the last lap. It was nip and tuck all the way, but it was Poggiali whose nerve held at the end.
For information on cycling, you're on the right channel. The original design of Eurosport News allows you to catch up with the world of cycling in several different ways. A bulletin every quarter of an hour, followed by in-depth specials, race highlights, profiles, best moments, sporting history. Then you can always keep up with an ongoing event by checking out our instant results and breaking news section. Live races, results as they happen, 24 hours a day.
Welcome back to Estoril, race day here for the Portuguese Grand Prix, round 11 of the Motorcycling Grand Prix World Championships.
The 125 is getting ready to come out, and we're going to see Manuel Poggiali on pole position for the first time in his Grand Prix career.
They're going to go out, we don't have a green, it's go here in Portugal. Good start from Simone Sanna, brilliant start from Sanna, but not as good a start as Toni Elías, who's coming up to second position. It is Yuichi Ui in third position as they're charging down to turn one. Very, very tight corner. Stand by the extinguishers if you're in a marshal. Oh, up on the curb. How do they do it? I really don't know. And look at that, a bit of a break already. So then, through there safely. Whoa, up on the inside.
He's not waiting.
That is brilliantly brave from Yuichi Ui. Very, very aggressive indeed as he goes up on the inside of the left-hander through the chicane, streaming through. So Ui takes the lead now from Elías on the blue bike in second. Third is Poggiali with the yellow top crash helmet, number 54. Fourth is Sanna. We've got the Ui Poggiali Derby Gilera battle. There is Simone Sanna, the sunshine sparkling off that rear swing arm. And as Poggiali looks more and more menacing, we are on lap 7 of 24.
And Rodriguez, by the way, is only 16 years old. So there's another talent coming out of the Spanish Championship as Poggi closes in on Yuichi Ui, gets a bit of a slipstream, cuts to the inside.
Looks easy, doesn't it? Looks easy from here.
Oh, when somebody makes it look easy to pass Yuichi Ui, you know that he's riding really well.
But look at Yuichi Ui taking the lead back from Manuel Poggiali. Look at that speed he's got at the end of the home straight. It is going to be speed enough to take him over to second position. He holds a tight line. He going to go wide. Can Poggiali get even an acceleration? I think not.
Elías hits the front, and Poggiali goes second.
What's happened to Yuichi Ui? He's gone absolutely backwards in the space of a couple of corners.
There's a lot
Poggiali leads. Poggiali leads, and Ui's going to take second place back from Toni Elías. Elías is a hard rider. He's very, very, I think they would say in PR, positive.
As he demonstrated just there. Poggi and Yuichi Ui in that order. Over the line they come now, side by side, with Yuichi Ui taking the slipstream and going round the outside effectively to take the lead. Poggi didn't defend it hard. Elías hard on the brakes, and Simone Sanna comes through only 2.3 seconds behind the leading trio now.
Is Manuel Poggiali going to go and tug around? No, I think he might leave it to the max straight halfway through the lap. Now they're going to be building up speed, hooking it up into fifth gear, and Poggiali thinking one way or the other. He's going to make him go around the outside. Clever riding from Yuichi Ui, but Poggiali says it's so close. Poggiali has a wobble, and he keeps a tight line somehow. These are the two going into the same corner. This is going to end in tears, but Sanna holds a brilliantly close line, brilliantly tight line. We got less than half a lap to go. Now it's the chicane for the leaders. Yuichi Ui is going to be close. Simone, it's going to be Manuel Poggiali up on the outside to the right-hand side. It's going to be a photo finish between them, and I don't know who's won. Manuel Poggiali wins the race by 11 thousandths of a second. It was a photo finish. Third goes to
20 minutes to go now, and the Italians are coming very fast on the British, but are the British...
Whenever someone is making news, you'll know about it instantly.
Redgrave has made it! Great Britain take the men's fourth!
Eurosport News, as it happens. Whenever someone is making news, you'll know about it instantly. Eurosport News, as it happens.
Welcome to Eurosport News. I'm Tony Jeffers. Lleyton Hewitt thrashes Pete Sampras to win the US Open. Yugoslavia, the new European basketball champions, after beating Turkey. And Valentino Rossi wins the Portuguese 500cc Grand Prix. Australian Lleyton Hewitt is the new US Open champion after beating American legend Pete Sampras to lift his first ever Grand Slam title. The brash 20-year-old crushed the four-time champion in 3 straight sets, and he couldn't believe his victory.
The sort of shock of winning a Grand Slam, that sort of sent me to on my back on the floor. But then I sort of realised, I've got to go and shake Pete's hand. So that was pretty much it. A sign of sort of respect, I think.
Hewitt showed his mental toughness, overcoming controversy in his second-round match against the American James Blake. He strongly challenged a second foot fault call by the black official Marion Johnson, who was accused of racism.
Yeah, I didn't mean anything bad by it at all, and it all got blown up, and I copped a lot of flack for it, for something which I didn't mean at all. So it's obviously something I was disappointed by, and because because I knew that I was really innocent in the whole thing. That's why I tried to block it out as much as possible and just concentrate on my tennis.
Hewitt's renowned for his fiery personality on court. He's won admiration from more physically imposing players for his determination, fitness and unwavering mental strength. He thinks it gives him an edge.
I go out there and I get pumped up on a court when I feel like it's necessary to get pumped up, and the last 3 or 4 matches I haven't showed that much emotion out in the court, and it's been some of my biggest wins out there.
Now he's won his first major, there'll be more pressure on him, especially as the next Grand Slam is in his homeland, Australia. So how will he cope with it?
Going into the Australian Open next year, there's going to be a lot more expectation now coming off this win, but I feel like it's a similar surface, and I've played some big matches at the Australian Open, and I'll be ready to go as soon as that starts.
Lleyton Hewitt, the new US Open champion. Yugoslavia are the new European basketball champions after beating the host Turkey in a thrilling final. Turkey got off to a flyer, Hüseyin Besok giving them the lead, and they increased it to 7 points by the end of the first quarter. Ibrahim Kutluay with another 3-pointer. Yugoslavia came back in the second. Dejan Bodiroga's 3-pointer, reducing the gap to just 2 points. In the final quarter, the Yugoslavs took over. Vlado Cepanovic's three-pointer giving them a 10-point lead with 6 seconds left on the clock. He went on to score 19 points. The Turks only managed 1 more point before the final hooter. Final score, Yugoslavia 78, 69 Turkey. Yugoslavia champions of Europe for the 8th time. Valentino Rossi is edging ever closer to the 500cc world title, thanks to his 7th win of the season in the Portuguese Grand Prix at Estoril. He now has 220 points overall, and he achieved it by 2 seconds from Italian rival Loris Capirossi in a race punctuated by crashes. Rossi took the lead on the 3rd lap from Capirossi and another Italian rival, Max Biaggi. He'd started on pole position but fell back. With 6 laps to go, the Yamaha man Biaggi lost it on a bend.